All right, Stella and I are back. Miss Rebecca's going to be doing some hosting portions of the program, kind of back there. Stella and I are doing this one because we are going to do a Masters of the Universe father-daughter combination.
So our first figure is the father.
What's his name?
Me?
Yeah.
Man at Arms.
Man at Arms. What's his name, Stell?
Man at Arms.
Man at Arms.
Our box has seen better days.
That's okay, because we're going to rip right into that thing.
Because we don't even care about a box.
Let him breathe. Now, the cool thing about Man at Arms is his action figure, he's green. In the cartoon, he is not green. Yes.
I think I might know why he's called Man at Arms.
Why do you think he's called Man at Arms?
He has different arms.
That is a very, very good guess. The reason why he's called Man at Arms is because he has a bunch of gadgets and like guns and stuff. Arms is another way of saying guns.
I didn't
Or
know
weapons.
that.
Neither did
Yeah.
I knew it was another name for guns and stuff, but I didn't know that's why he was called that. This is very... Got it. Okay. Am I supposed to hand this to you first or show the camera?
I would probably talk about it and show the camera.
Okay. So this is Man at Arms. He has a mustache. And a turtleneck on. He has a helmet. He has a chili ball under his hat. And it looks like his whole body is green. But I think that's supposed to be his outfit, maybe? Here you go.
Okay.
Excellent host.
Excellent.
What do you notice? Oh, I'm not allowed to ask.
You're
that
not yet.
first.
All right, Stella,
So
go ahead.
we did get the...
Same comic book.
It's the last... We've been getting Beast Barrage.
Yes, that's the same one that's been in all of them, which is,
Yeah.
that's kind of sad.
I just said, like, they couldn't, like, make, I don't know, a 15
Give me help you.
mini-series. Yeah.
Okay.
I have 3 things that I noticed.
Oh, my.
Okay, Stella, tell me one that you notice.
I noticed that if you pull his
You got a knife?
face down like that, it looks like this is like a mask.
Yeah?
He's ready for COVID.
Yeah.
Covers his mouth and his nose.
That's something I never thought would be shared about with Man at Arms, is that he's ready for COVID.
He does look ready.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, one more thing. Go ahead.
Is that if you spin him like this, his body moves really weirdly. And I don't think that's...
these yet.
And I don't think that happens with the other ones.
Okay, I've noticed one thing. The actual figure does look just like the actual vintage figure. It looks nothing like the cartoon.
Oh.
The cartoon, he is total peachy white.
His body is?
Yeah, he's got some like green stuff, but I mean his hands are white, his hands aren't green. Now if you will look at this, like his hands, this honestly looks like a prototype figure that just has like a couple of things painted. I am not real thrilled about Man at Arms look, but to be fair, his old figure did not have, because look at his hands. That looks very prototypish. He's got the cuffs on with nothing.
Yeah, they're all green.
Would be a good, well, his hands were in the, and these are supposed to look like the toys. Okay. Now, the one thing that is cool is that he has all of these accessories. He has his mace. He has his shin guards, which that's what these are, is shin guards.
But there's not 2 of them.
There are 2 of them.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
He's supposed to be Man at Arms.
Yes.
Plural. And they only gave him 1 arm.
Well, what you have to realize is that, actually you're right, Stell, they did give him just a shoulder and an arm. That's weird. The one that was from the old one, it was 1 piece, but he did only have 1. So, no. The thing about Man at Arms, and the thing about He-Man figures in general that you've got to realize, the reason that the toys never looked anything like the cartoon figures is because they had no idea. These toys were made, and the cartoon was being made in a totally different realm and world and
That's
everything
true.
else. And when you're doing that, you don't get things that look the same, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Now,
So, what would you rate Man-at-Arms, Stella? 1 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
7.
Why would you rate him a 7?
Because he doesn't have much color. And I think that they could do some color to him and give him some more color.
Mm-hmm.
But he also has a lot of articulations.
Gotcha.
does have a lot of articulation.
You know, like
That piece is supposed to go with the other.
It is. I think I just have him on the wrong hand.
Yeah. What would you rate this guy? Man-at-Arms.
Hold on, still. Hold on, still. Out of the ones that we've had, about a 4.
Yeah. Why would you rate him a 4?
I think it's lazy. But Man-at-Arms was not one of my favorite original toys either because of the same thing. Now, he does look a little bit better with his garb on because it throws that color on. But again, he has a green hand.
Yeah.
I understand that. Like, where's the picture of him on the box? No, where's his box?
In the garbage.
Oh. Let's see if he stands.
He actually does.
He does.
It's the same. It's the same. Oh, on the very back. Got it. Hey. I've
Okay,
never
so
been
he
in-
does. Now, what the green suit
Oh,
was actually
this
for?
is a laser gun.
It is a laser. If you ever notice in the first part of the thing, he goes pew.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, the green is not his body. He's not a Martian, and it never was meant to be that way. But it's like his suit.
Gotcha.
The bad thing is, I don't like the whole green. Now, I will tell you that that is an ad. I do not think they ever colored the back of his head. What is Man-at-Arms' real name?
Man-at-Arms.
No, he has a real name, and it's something Donuts.
Silly Donuts.
No,
His last name is Donuts?
no. His name is, the first name goes with something Donuts.
Sweet.
It's a store. You buy donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin'.
His name's Duncan.
Oh.
Now you want to open that since it's been sitting there for 10 minutes.
I was waiting to show
Oh, gotcha.
He can't give up control of the hosting.
That's
So our next person is Teela.
Who is Duncan's daughter?
Yeah. And there's her picture in there. I do
This
like
is
the
Daddy,
Teela.
and that's me.
I got a cool mustache. Look.
And it's the same.
Well, of course it is.
Wow.
I'm hoping when Series 2, because we do not have any of Series 2, I'm hoping when Series 2 happens, they may have a different comic.
Oh my goodness.
That was close.
That is very
Scary.
look at that.
That's huge.
Look how they have this thing wrapped. There is no getting into these things, I'll tell you that much.
At stores.
Well,
So-
and the bad thing about this is it ruins the staff.
Yeah. Oh, my score for Man-at-Arms was a 5 also. I think it's a dud. I think, like you said, lazy. So here's Teela with her snake armor. I have always loved Teela. I think she looks so strong. With her furry boots.
Apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur.
With the fur. And I'm not going to take the snake thing. The snake thing is squishy. I'm not going to take the snake thing off yet of her body because I want you guys to see her with it on. Or you can go ahead and take it off for us. Thank you.
You're welcome. No. Let's see what they're.
Nikki.
that is a very much better representation of Teela than the original cartoon. Or than the original figure. I never really did understand the whole serpent. There's a lot of things like comic book wise and Mike Young production wise that goes into making her a snake. I never really understood why she was snakish, because that becomes a... And these are the same three that makes her a bad guy. These are the same three accessories she came with in an original figure. Yes, Stella.
She looks like a wrestler now.
She does look like a wrestler. Miss Teela would win.
I will say her staff looks... I think her staff looks really good. Even though it's all one color, I think the detail on it is very, very good.
And to be real honest, this is Teela from the cartoon. That is. I cannot remember ever a time Teela had that in the cartoon. Ever. Ever.
I don't
Somebody will tell me I'm wrong, and that's okay. But now in the Mike Young version, the 2000X, they did do some stuff with it, but I do not ever remember the Filmation having that. All right, so she has.
That was a hat.
It's a shield.
Yeah, now I figured that out. Looked like a hat at first.
So, Stell, what would you rate Teela?
Give her an 8.
Ooh, why would you give her an 8?
Because she has really, really, really cool clothes, and she also has very good architecture.
Articulation.
And
Uh-huh.
And the reason why I gave her an 8 for the bad side is because these weren't colored, but they're really detailed.
Gotcha.
They could have maybe made like little eye prints on them to make them.
That's a very good point.
And
And a shield's not real red, is it?
No, a shield's like silver.
And she never had a staff in the cartoon. She had a sword.
What would you rate her?
I'll be honest, out of all of the toys that we've had so far, this is by far the better representation of an actual toy. First of all, for the girls that we've had in a lot of lines, she actually stands halfway normally.
Which is huge.
It's not, she didn't have those high heel, like, legs that wonkified, like go this way, that you have to kind of have them have a gangster lean to stand. She actually stands like a true, like a true figure, which is good. I give Teela an 8. No, I don't. I give her a 9. Because that is what the figure should have looked like back in the day. And without the articulation. And to be real fair to it, I mean, they are very good upgrades, both of them, of the old figure. I mean, Man-at-Arms was a stupid original figure. Teela was a fun figure to have. Her old shield was like a clasp on her wrist.
I do remember that.
And she had like the kiss the ring hand.
Dainty.
And it was, so she had a hole, like she had a hole grip to where the staff would go in the hole grip.
They call that a C grip.
No, that's a C grip.
Oh.
That's an O grip, actually.
Oh, dang it.
C grips, because it makes a
C.
There
I thought
you
I
go.
knew something that you didn't.
Good try, though.
Darn it.
But the shield, how she holds it, I really like that. Instead of it just being on the kiss the hand that she had.
I always hated that. Like, they wanted to make the girls, even though like she's supposed to be this fierce warrior, they still wanted to make sure they were super feminine.
Well, they had to do that to make the girls buy it, because boys couldn't play with them. But Teela was always one of my favorites to play with. As a kid, I always thought that COVID. I always thought that all of them should have like stuff to ride and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I got them, but I was given or purchased or whatever a bunch of My Little Ponies, and that's what I would have all the figures ride. So He-Man had Battle Cat, Skeletor had Panther, but everybody else had like rainbow smelling
Applejack.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Rainbow Dash.
Yep. So didn't realize that this was father and son until later in my adult life. Never really clicked as a kid that it was. The 2000X cartoon does an awesome job of explaining kind of the relationships and all of the characters and everything, and then it goes in and kills them, but they go into the horde and they go into the Snake Men, which inevitably kills the line and kills the cartoon.
Yes.
So with all the new Masters of the Universe stuff coming out, hopefully Hordak and the Snake Men get an actual longevity of it. But it's one thing I'm nervous about He-Man, because He-Man actually is a lot like Batman. They can have, and how Batman the animated series did it, it was really good. Like they wouldn't try to combine them all into one, and then it was like they would have a story of one, a story of two, put them together for one, and then another story happens. I hope that's what happens with the Masters of the Universe stuff. I hope they just don't say, hey, here's Duncan, here's Teela, here's Ram Man, here's Manny Faces, here's Prince Adam, here's Cringer. But again, for me, and I know this won't be a thing, is that it's like, I hope, it's like Batman's story as well. Batman's story is, what?
Keep talking. I'm listening.
What were you pointing at?
You always tell me I have to look at the camera.
I am looking at the camera.
I was just trying to be a good director.
No, you're trying to tell me something bad. The one thing that I hate about like the Batman stuff is that they always tell the story of the parents. At this point, if you're watching Batman, you probably should know parents got shot, spoiler alert. And that's what kind of throws him down the rabbit hole. You kind of don't need 4 episodes explaining Eternia and how Skeletor is, or He-Man is Adam and all that. Now, if they want to go back to the old days and they make like Keldor, who Skeletor was, and they want to have it that way, and that's like season 1, I'm in on that. Otherwise, I'm out. Are you bored to death?
No.
Okay, good. All right, I'm done rambling about my Masters. This is why I host the stuff and I don't sit over here and talk.
Obviously.
Yes. Because you all are more interested in the toys, and I just want to talk about this stuff.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're going to be done. Right, Stell?
Right.
All right, so an 8, right? And what'd you give him? A 5?
6.
Oh,
6.
5. I think I went 5. So we almost agreed. Good job.
You win.
Father-daughter team. And Miss Rebecca is the thing. What do you tell him, Stell?
Peace out, home skillets.
Peace out, home skillets.